Hi, I'm Charlotte Morris and this is my video log about what I have learned about technologies through the process of constructing this product. From the start of my media course to the end, I have discovered and come to grips with many different types of software that have helped to produce and present various aspects of my work. The key program we used was iMovie. I have used film editing software in the past, but I have never used a Mac before, let alone iMovie, and so I had to work out how to use a Mac whilst learning iMovie. I found it to be a really useful and effective program that helped to create a professional looking product. And I can now place, split, loop and edit clips to make a high quality film because of the functionality it provides through precision of splicing and editing effects such as matching saturation levels between clips. I can now apply my new knowledge of editing as a good basis to develop more advanced techniques to get the most out of the software. And using iMovie has added to my existing knowledge of other software such as Avid and Pinnacle Studios. Another program I used was Blogger, and I have used it in the past briefly. But through the progression of the course, I have learnt how to embed files, add tabs, add labels, and use HTML coding to create and present a more sophisticated blog in Blogger. It's actually very simple to use, though things like tables need to be manipulated using HTML, so I had to learn basic coding. Having used it more frequently and in more depth, it's proven to be a very simple and flexible piece of software which allows the blogger to publish in a creative and imaginative way. I plan to use Blogger to present a portfolio of film work later this year. I have done small film shoots for school projects and for my own enjoyment. However, the course has shown me how to make it look more professional, and I can now use rules such as the 180-degree rule, shot reverse shot, match on action, and also apply a wide range of camera angles and positions. I can now look at documentaries and films with a greater understanding of how they achieve their purpose, which has inspired me to use those own techniques in my filmmaking. Having used previous music software in the past, I have a basic understanding of how GarageBand would work. We created a soundtrack for our film opening on this program, and we learned how to edit sound into a creative and effective piece of music. We also learnt how to balance the sound so that each layer of instrumental did not overpower the others. And we learnt how to create music using a Mac keyboard rather than a piano keyboard, which wasn't very intuitive. Through using it, I have a better knowledge about how to create short pieces of music within the program and how that fits with the visual of the narrative. In fact, in our film opening, it was the absence of music that sharpened our end product, so one of the most important things that we have learnt for us was when to use music and when not to. We used lots of different software including Prezi, Post on My Wall, eMaze, VideoScribe and FlipSnack. From using a range of different medias, we learnt how to use the right tool for the right effect, and also not making one program do everything, as programs like FlipSnack are only suitable for PDFs and images. I particularly enjoyed using Prezi because it was easy to use and gave a sophisticated appearance to my work, and also taught me how to create smooth and professional presentations. I also really enjoyed using VideoScribe because it added a fun and creative aspect to the presentation of my work, and I learnt how important the timings are in relation to how quickly the audience will be able to take in the information. As a result of this, I can now use a wide range of software and use the right tools and techniques for the right effects, such as using the 180-degree rule to create a flowing narrative. I also learned that it is not always necessary to use everything in the toolbox when it comes to producing a film, and it ultimately depends on what is happening within the film. And also that video logging is very, very hard. This course has given me a basic grounding to filming, which I continue to develop on. And it was altogether an incredibly fun experience to bring our ideas off the paper and give them life.